what you have to say.
Okay. Hey everybody. Hey guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. Hoping you're all having a good night so far. Happy Thursday. It is the 29th of February 2024. Okay. All right. So tonight we're going to be doing something real quick. We are testing out, well, I'm testing out something I'm calling Cape Back with Keri. Okay. So this is where we're gonna have like different topics that we speak on, whether it's on relationships, friendships, family, regular stuff, lifestyle. So every week we'll have a different topic that we'll discuss. And the segment, of course, is called Kickback with Carrie. Just my thoughts. Hey. Oh, is this Mr. Carruthers? Hey, I think that's him. Hey, Sir William. How are you? And welcome to those who are in the clouds. And if you're joining on the replay, welcome to you too. Thank you so much for joining. The name is Carrie. Okay. All right. So today we have a topic that I'm pretty sure maybe you have experienced, or if you haven't, maybe you know of people who have experienced this. So, like hold on. Our topic is, should a cheating partner get a second chance? Oh, it is you. I was right. Okay, okay, Sir William. Happy to have you. Thank you so much for dropping down in the chat. Okay, so again, the name of the segment is Kate Back with Carrie. It's a new thing. We're trying it out, see how it works. Okay.
Let me hear what you have to say.
Under new management, get in touch with me. Just read my book. Oh, you mean read The Heart of Philadelphia, right? Is that who you're talking about? Is that who you're? I'll wait. On a new management, just read my book. Is it read? Are you in the wrong chat? Just read my book. Hold on. Is that the other one that was with Dovey? Is that her name? That Dovey was by? Because Read the Heart of Philadelphia is a whole different person. Oh, we'll see what happens. But anyways, welcome and hey to everyone coming in. Okay, cool. So today we're gonna be, hey, just Andrea, hey everybody coming in, hey to those in the clouds, and a shout out again to those who are watching on the replay. So today we're gonna talk. It is. I have a feeling there's some mess going on here, but I'm not gonna say a word in English. Okay, I have a feeling there's some mess about to brew, but it's okay. Under new management, you can let me know what's going on. I just think there's something gonna pop up, but okay, all right. Okay, so should a cheating partner get a second chance? Ooh, she said, yeah, okay, all right, I'll be looking out for it. Okay, all right, so we're going to be talking about this real quick tonight. And I'm going to drop the link just in case anyone wants to come up to speak on it. But we're going to be talking about whether or not you think a person who cheats must be given a second chance. If you are in a relationship with someone, do you think that if one of those, if you step out on that relationship, should your partner give you a second chance? Hmm. I like to hear your views. Feel free to type it in the chat. You don't have to click the link if you're not a link type of person. Okay. But I would really like to know what your feelings are when it comes to a partner cheating. Hey, you're a true crime bartender. Welcome and thank you for dropping down. Okay. But before we start to talk about that, we have to know what the word what cheating means. And for some people, we talk about infidelity. Um, Once two people are in an agreement, that they're going to be in a monogamous relationship, if one partner decides that they're going to violate that agreement, that agreement to be in a I always mispronounce this word, monogamous monogamous agreement, if one partner decides that they're going to step out of that and engages in any type of intimacy, whether it's emotional or sexual, and of course, there are others with somebody else outside of that relationship, that is cheating. Hey, Strictly Platinum, good night. Hey. So that's what cheating is. What do you think? If you are in a relationship with someone and they decide that they are going to be channeling their sexual energy or any type of emotional support to somebody else who is not you, simply put, they're cheating because it involves some type of deceit. It means also that you may be neglecting your partner's needs. And that is the first thing we need to establish, is that cheating is not good if you are in a committed relationship and you have already decided that it's a monogamous relationship. Okay. Now, cheating can take several forms. We know that. I grabbed three. Ooh, under new management is already saying, it depends on the individual at the end of the day. Okay, got you. So I got like three, types of cheating that I grabbed. There are others, but these are basically the main ones. So there's physical cheating, which of course, it can include touching and so on, and of course sexual activities, because some people do have physical cheat do this physically, but it does not necessarily entail, you know, sexual intercourse. Hey Cheryl, welcome and thank you for stopping by. And of course, there's digital cheating. Ooh, do I need to explain this? Let me start with the first one, which is physical infidelity, which, you pretty much understand what that one is. It's having sexual intercourse or any type of sexual activity with somebody else, somebody other than your partner. Okay. And then when we go to um, digital cheating or digital infidelity, we know what that means, and we're in the digital age right now. It could include anything that includes maybe any type of flirtation, innocent or otherwise, whether it is online dating, whether it's sexting. You know what sexting is, right? You know, right, Mr. William? Are you still here, William? Oh my God, let me stop. So if your partner decides to, let's say, text somebody else, you know, that can be seen as a form of cheating. Depends on what they're texting, by the way. Um, so digital cheating is mostly done online, whether it's through social media, whether it's using webcams. Uh-huh. You could be in a whole relationship and decide that you want to go look at other people and, talk to other people on their webcams. It could be text messaging. It could be any type of paid webcam services because it's not with your partner. Your partner knows nothing about it. So, in a sense, it can be cheating, and it can be mixed with emotional cheating too, or emotional infidelity. Okay, hey to those who are coming in. Hey, Cheryl, like Sephora, yes, Mr. William. I would really like to hear your views on this. Okay, I really would. Okay, so emotional cheating is another one. And like I said, guys, there are different types of forms of cheating, and I just, grabbed the three main ones. Emotional cheating, and again, this can be intentional, can be unintentional, but is when someone who is in a committed monogamous relationship develops a close bond, or some intimate bond with somebody else that actually detracts the time and the bond that you would have normally had with your partner, right? So it involves sharing intimate details about your life or your marriage with someone else that you may have developed an attraction to. So, for some people, emotional affairs start off very innocently because it could be friends that you're speaking to, that you're sharing information with. It could be a coworker. It could be somebody like a close family friend and stuff. And it can eventually advance into more personal territory. So, that is that as it comes to not a PowerPoint. Yes. It's on Canva though. But yeah, my PowerPoint. Shout out to Peace Love. Okay. So, here's the big question again. Would you take a cheating partner back? Sephora is messy already. Sephora says, yeah, like Kiki and Kiki. Okay. Would you take a cheating partner back? So this is where we're going back. I'm going back to the chat. If you are in a committed relationship with someone, your partner, and they cheated on you, and remember, we just spoke about the emotional, the digital, the what's the other one, the sexual or the physical. Would you go back to that person? Would you want to salvage what's left of the? Would you want to stay in that relationship? Is what I want to know. Would you still stay? Let me know. I have my opinions. And I know some people are going to say, of course I would stay, especially if we're in a committed relationship and we've invested so much time, we have a family. Some people are going to say yes. But there are going to be others who say, no, we're in a relationship. We're supposed to be together. You decided to step out. It's a no for me. You crossed the line. All right. I want to know what you got to say. I've seen so far a few people says it depends on the situation. That was your true crime bartender said it depends on the situation. So too did on the new management. Strictly, I didn't hear what you had to say. Um, Let me see who else said something. I don't see anybody else who said anything. But at the same time though, we I am of the opinion. Well, you know what? I'll share my opinion after. I'll share my opinion after. Sephora says, I think it's different for each type. Okay, so you're saying for every cheating, not teaching. Okay, let me see. I think it's different for each type of cheating. Okay. Wow. Ooh. So you're saying there are levels to this, and it depends on how they cheat, why they cheated, the type of cheating. Okay. Now, what would be for you, Sephora? Since you says it depends, what would be a situation where you would stay in a relationship with someone who cheated on you? Because let me hear from you. What would make you stay? Since you say it depends. Okay, Sephora says if it's a physical one, it's an automatic and hard no. Okay, so what would make you stay? And of course, if you're in the clouds, it's okay. You can let me know what your views are. What would make you stay? Because there are some people who says, I can forgive, and move on. But what would make you stay? I would really like to know what would make you stay in a relationship. Okay, let me know. Because I like to know what you're thinking, you know?
Let me hear what you have to say.
Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so I was going through a few comments. Hold on. Strictly Platinum dropped down. Strictly says it depends on the person and why they did it. Wow. Mm. It depends. So I'm hearing so far that some people are saying, okay, it depends on the situation and why they did it. I'll consider staying. Okay. All right. Hey, Dovey. Let me see. Sephora says emotional cheating, I would only stay to see how deep it is and how long I've been with you. We'd have to go to get therapy. Okay, got you. Let me see what Mr. Williams says. Well, I'm used to. Ooh, Mr. William. Mr. William. Mr. Williams says, well, I'm used to being cheated on and nothing can make me stay, even if it was for money, children, or marriage. Okay. So, Mr. William, you've never cheated. You're saying you're used to be cheated on, but have you cheated on someone and did they stick around though? That's what I'd like to know. Hey, Vibrant, I didn't fall asleep tonight, girl. Okay. Oh, I am hearing so far I'm getting mixed answers. I'm hearing no, but I'm also hearing the majority of the persons in the chat saying, it depends on the situation. All right, I got you. I'm going to tell you point blank, period. I am all for no. I would never. Okay. Never. I would do not play with me. You could never. Okay. You could never step out of a relationship that is supposed to be something that we're committed to. You are supposed to be committed to me. I'm supposed to be committed to you. And you think you are going to step out and I stick around? Oh, hell no. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, if we agreed when we were dating or whatever, and we agreed that we're in a monogamous relationship, and you stepped out with another somebody else, I am not doing it. Okay. You went and you had a whole emotional connection with somebody else. Oh, and it included physical intimacy. I'm crazy. You could never come around me. Okay, I am sorry. It is over and done. And I wouldn't even need a conversation with you. There would be nothing to talk about. I do not like liars and I do not like cheaters. And if you step out and disrespect me once, stay the hell away. I wouldn't even have a conversation with you. I wouldn't want to know why you did it. I would not want to know what caused you to do. Why would you do this? Oh, hell no. Somebody's leaving. I don't got time for that shit. You hear me? Cheating for me is never a mistake. It's a decision. Okay, you made that decision. There are no accidents. There are no accidents. You put some thought into that shit. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me come back. Sephora says, I think you should give us examples of situations. Okay, I'll try. Hold on. I got somebody in the back. Let me make sure it's who I think it is. Un momento. Okay. All right. So I don't need my Hey, your true crime bartender. How are
Hey, Keri.
you?
I am good. How are you? I'm so happy you're back.
I'm doing good. I'm back. I am feeling a little bit better and I am back,
Yay.
As long as I'm in a good state physically, I'll come back on here. And how are
hmm
you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay? Because you're like going in and out.
Oh no, my sound is bad.
No, no, no. Hold on. No, I think you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, 1 second. Let me read this one real quick. Vibrant Love. Ooh, I got one person on my side. Vibrant Love says once you cheat, it's over. No trust. And if you got no trust, there's no relationship. Thank you.
hmm
What say you, your true crime bartender?
Okay, so I am 43 years old. I have raised my children. I am a grandmother now. I have had my share of relationships. I mean, more than my share of relationships. Okay. So the older that I am getting, the more open I am to different things as far as it goes as far as it goes as far as relationships go. So I'm like at the point in my life now where people aren't perfect, and temptation is a bad mother, you know what I'm saying, these days. So like it depends on how long I've been with said person. It depends on the situation, whether it was physical, emotional, or digital. Like you said, I think I could really forgive somebody for that. Physical, like again, it depends on the situation, like what caused it, who is the said person, how long have you been dealing with this person, how long have we been together before this happened? Like there's multiple things that you have to consider when it comes to can you hear me?
I don't want to cut you off, but are
Okay.
you saying that some people, are you saying that because of age and stuff, some people don't want to have to take the time out to start over and, go out,
Well, that
start a
wasn't
whole
what I
new
was.
relationship?
Well,
That
no,
was
I
for
mean
your first point.
that wasn't what I was saying. But however, that's a good point because I would say that. Um,
Ooh, does that
yeah,
mean they're gonna have to settle? Does that mean you're
no,
settling?
girl, it's like Carrie, I don't know how old you are, I don't know how experienced you are in relationships or any of that because it all matters. It all very much matters. But I'm
Oh,
telling you, I feel like we are in a world now where you may have to consider settling.
I just think people have to be disciplined. And if you can't be, well, I understand what you're saying because I've heard people do that. I've experienced it with people I know, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm gonna have to try to work this out because this and that or the other," and I'm like, "Mm-mm. You disrespect me once, it means you'll disrespect me again." And
True.
of course, there are gonna be days when there are temptations and stuff. Doesn't mean you have to give in. I know you're only
Mhm.
human, but if you love someone and you already decided that we're not in a what is called polygamous relationship, is it yeah,
Polygamous. Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
Why would you go stepping out?
I know,
I
but I
don't
really
know.
don't. I really find it very far fetched that, and I'm just speaking for the gender that I date, which is typically men, right? There is very
Hmm.
far fetched that you want to find a man that is faithful. Like I think at one point or at one time or another, they're going to cheat eventually. Like even if y'all are together 50 years, he's going to cheat at least at one time. And if he gets caught, then he's definitely not you no more. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't think it's realistic, Carrie. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I really don't.
Well, at least I have vibrant. I get what you're saying though, because I'm open to different opinions. So I
Mm,
do get what you're saying. I get it, but at the same time, if you okay, so if you're in a relationship right now, and I don't do females, so we're good
uh-huh.
on that one.
Uh-huh.
Um, and you cheated on your spouse, and they found out. Do you think that he'll still want to be around you? Still
Oh,
want to?
see, that's the thing. That's where it's like it's two sided because men will not settle for a cheater. Period. Like they are out the
There you
door with
go.
the quickness. But women have it. Women are more emotional and they're more loyal than men. And I really think that it's more common for a woman to be loyal than and I'm not. You know what? I can't say that all men cheat, but it's almost like finding a diamond in the rough. If you can find a man that you have been with for 40 years and he ain't never cheated, I mean that's it's highly uncommon.
I agree, and that is why they say there's just this shortage of like really good men, and and that is why a lot of them cheat.
So sometimes you
So
just gotta work with what you got. Like he could be a damn good man. He's taking care of him. He's a great father. He's a great husband. He loves you down. Okay.
mhm.
But he had that one or two times where he slipped up and he failed. So but it's up to you if you're
Ooh,
going
you
to,
went to
you know what I
two.
mean?
Ooh, I could never. You two? You said one or two. You said two.
No,
There's
when
a
I say
two.
two, I'm saying it's like he slept with that woman
I'm
twice, but
joking.
I didn't find out
Right.
until the second time. You know what I mean?
Right. I get it. But I get your point. But how are you gonna feel once you stay with that person though? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
How do
child,
you
it's gonna
feel? So the person cheats, you find out. What's your next step? Let me hear. Let me mute.
It depends on what he did. Like, did he digitally cheat? Did he emotionally cheat? Did he physically cheat? I think it depends on the cheating. Now, depending on which type of cheating he did, it's going to take a level of time. You know what I mean? You're not going to get over something that was physical overnight. Something that's emotionally cheating, I don't know if that's forgivable because I think emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating. So I don't when you give somebody your heart, it's over. I don't see there's any coming back from that. That's the
All
one
right.
type of cheating where I don't think you can forgive somebody.
Right. And I could probably understand, like, you got men who will go online, checking certain sites and stuff. And, once they haven't physically touched that person, even though it's still bad because
Hmm.
it's cheating, though. I don't, ooh, I can't stand unfaithful people. I can't do it.
Me
But
too. I have never cheated
I guess
on my
that's the
mate.
lesser of the evils for me, probably the digital one or the
Hmm.
cyber one. I could probably do that because I know there's no physical contact, but that is some hard shit to deal with, though.
It is. It is.
Mm-mm.
But I'm thinking
Viber.
like if you
Oh,
have a
go
good
ahead.
man and you know him and you know maybe y'all were going through some things and he felt neglected because you were neglecting him in some areas or something, and not saying that that's an excuse, but don't nobody know your man like you know him, so I don't know. Or your mate, sorry, woman, man, doesn't matter. Hello, am I still there?
I'm here trying to get this
Oh.
touch. Okay, here we go. I was trying to go off mute to come off mute. I get what you're saying. I was also reading somewhere where some women say they are okay with that, especially the cyber cheating, because they're like, some of the men, they don't want to physically cheat on you, but you may have been neglecting them as a wife or
Mm-hmm.
a partner, and they go somewhere else for a little bit of comfort and stuff, but they don't want to actually physically cheat on the person. So some people say they're okay with that too. Vibrant says
uh,
online sites are cheating too. Oh, Sephora has a question. Sephora says, do you consider men cheating on you with his best friends? Hmm. You mean if they
hmm?
hang out a lot? Ooh.
Do you consider men cheating on you with his best? I don't understand the question. Wait.
Ooh, maybe she's talking about the fact that he doesn't spend enough time with his
Oh,
partner and he hangs out with his friends a lot.
well, see,
It,
that's going to
ooh,
raise some
that's a good.
flags for me, you know, because that
Ooh,
comes into question like, why you
is
always
he
with
down low?
Dwayne and them? Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all up to?
Right.
Like, is that really your best friend, or y'all secretly have a little thing going? So, I don't know. I might question it. I don't. I mean, I would be. I don't know. Depends on what they doing. Like, are they just going? You meeting him at his house to watch football, or y'all meeting to play video? I mean, I really don't like to date men who play video games, but like, what are y'all
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Right. Sephora says, right. So they spend way more time hanging out, as buddies instead of, spending time with you. I know people who do that. And I'm like, you are so caught up in making sure your friends think you're cool and you don't have to stay home and stuff, but you're not spending time with your spouse. You're supposed to be building with this person. So I get what
Right.
she's saying. Like financial cheating is another one that I stumbled on today, because you got some
Ooh.
men who will spend money, especially I don't know if they have joint accounts with their partners and stuff. And financial cheating is also something too, because even if they're not necessarily with the person, they will
Mhm.
spend like a lot of money on gifts and stuff for that person, even if
Ooh.
they are not, in a physical or a sexual relationship with that person. But
Oh, is
but
that right?
oh yeah,
Mm.
that is also another one too.
That's one I've
They
never
call
heard
it
of.
financial infidelity.
Ooh,
Hmm.
I have never heard of that one. What?
And we could also use the example of lesion.
Ooh.
Lesion is a typical example because he
Mm-hmm.
lied so much about his
Mm.
money and what he had or what he could do, and the
Mm-mm-mm.
cars that he was gonna get her and stuff. So he was hiding stuff, and he had debts too. that he didn't take
Mm-hmm.
care of. I was
Mm-hmm.
wondering the whole time that I was watching that video, where was he getting all this money from? Because he was paying all the bills according to Risa
Right.
Tisa. So
Right.
I'm like,
I'm
what?
thinking that whatever paycheck he was getting, it was just enough to cover the bills that they had in the home to make her feel, you know what I mean, to reel
Right.
her in. But can we talk about that for a second, please? I've been wanting to talk about this damn story.
Go right ahead.
Because there ain't no way I'm gonna be that big of a fool. Listen, the red flags were flying long before he proposed. I mean, I guess he had proposed to her like evidently like within the first 2 months or something like that. But
Right.
honey, no, I would have been investigating everything from Jump Street. You want to buy
I
me a car? The first time you want to buy me a car, and we do not leave that dealership without that car. I'm asking questions.
Girl, I'll be asking questions. I'll be checking stuff out. I'll be going back to the dealer on my own. I'll be doing a lot of stuff. This is how I
Listen,
am. Okay.
girl, there's
She
no
was so
way.
gullible. And
Yes,
she is
she
like
was.
and I think he enjoyed, seeing her get excited over stuff he was gonna supposedly get her. But if
Mhm.
every time he disappoints you like that, don't you think it's important for you to do your own research on this person?
Yeah, and they were big
Especially when she
disappointments.
found out about the two different
It's the
what's the
Go
thing
ahead, I'm
called
sorry.
that he gave her? And I'm like, what?
Two different
Hold
ones.
one
What was
second.
it?
Give me 1 second, please. You could go ahead and speak.
Okay. No, like okay, so they weren't like I mean small disappointments. They were very big. You're offering to buy a $650,000 home. Okay. Not no 65,000, not no 125,000, $650,000 home. You have got me taking time out of my good day to research homes, to look at homes, and that's my favorite pastime, y'all. Like I love just looking at homes that are for sale. You know what I mean? I already have my home. I have my house is already bought, but
Mhm.
like
That man had her looking at cars and homes. She found out he gave her like two different SS social security number and stuff, and she's like, and I'm saying to myself, haven't didn't you see enough so far? She he lied to her. Matter of fact, did she move him in the first 2 weeks? Did you hear that part too?
yes, that is correct.
In the first 2 weeks, and I'm not gonna say there aren't relationships that have lasted the test of times when people move fast, but that 2 weeks, it was way too quick, and she knew why she was hiding him from her family. She knew something was off, and she was just so desperate to be with someone. And I'm not gonna act like he didn't do her wrong too with his lies, but she was moving way too fast. There was just something there. The moment she started talking about how she wanted to have a family and her clock was ticking and stuff, I'm like, wow, it's the desperation for me. You're
Oh
so
yes.
desperate to be with someone, to be called a wife, to be married,
Hmm.
you see all the red flags and you did not even,
She was in
acknowledge them.
denial. She was in
Yeah, she
denial.
was.
That's how bad she wanted it.
And I think she also thought he had a lot of money too.
Hmm.
I think she thought so too, because especially when she was saying, "Oh, and I was saving my money, and he was paying for this," and she heard that he was a baller at some point. So I think
I
that's
know,
one of the things that grabbed her too.
girl. When the picture out, I was like, "Ain't no way."
Hmm.
I say, "Ain't no way he gonna fool me." And
That
then the
man.
tour
Oh no, your
time.
sound is going out. Is
Hello,
everybody hearing her clearly? Please let me know.
can y'all hear me? Testing 1 2 1 2.
Okay, I can hear you now. Let me
Okay.
turn my volume up. Okay, go
So,
ahead.
oops. So, yeah, having a Ford Taurus. I immediately went to Google. They stopped making Ford Tauruses in 2019. So, How is he a baller? How is he a baller if he's driving a Ford
Hey,
Taurus?
Kaki.
Honey,
And he lied to her. He told her he had three cars and he had to keep two of them at his mom's house. You would have had to show me those cars. I am sorry. You
wait,
are
I
not
didn't
gonna
hear
lie
that
to me.
part. I didn't hear that he had cars at his mom's
He
house.
told her he had a total of three cars.
Oh shoot, I missed that.
And she was like, "So where are the cars?" "Oh, I had to keep them at my mom because, it's best for them to stay there." And I'm like, "Okay, he's driving all of three cars."
Mm.
I'm like, "Girl, please." She was in a different
Mm-mm.
world. Okay.
She was. But
So
Carrie, I
I'm
don't know
sorry,
if you
go ahead.
remember. I don't know if you I don't know if we had this conversation or not before, but I had told you my story about the guy that I started dating on engaged to.
Mhm.
Okay, so her in her first like 3 or 4 parts of the story, it sounded so similar to how I met my ex fiance from YouTube. So I
You were
had, you know what I
worried?
mean?
I'm sorry, go ahead. Were you worried when you heard the first three? And I'm like, you worried? I'm like, ooh, ooh, is
No,
that
it was more.
who?
It was more that it was very similar to my story, and I thought she, I don't know, it just sounded officially similar, right? But
Mhm.
that's why I can't really be mad at how Gold was, how she was when I met my ex. No, I had him live with me whenever the country got shut down during COVID. And not that he was moving in with me. He was only when he moved to Pittsburgh, because he ain't from Pittsburgh, from my city. He was living out of town and he was moving to be closer to me. So he was only supposed to stay with me for a couple of weeks until he found his own place. And then the country shut down. We were in lockdown. Nobody could go there. There were no places to go look for rental and all that. And that's how all of this all happened COVID, just like her story. And I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, I totally went through that whole
Well,
experience like she did.
wow. How was it dating? How was it dating someone you met online though? How was it for you?
Um, now I had been on Fish years and years ago. I had people meet years and years ago, and it was all. But this whole YouTube experience was something different because we met in the chat of a content creator that we all had in common, and it wasn't in any particular sector. The person that we were watching or cool with was just a regular vlogger, and we created our own little um what do they call it? I want to say group. We had our own like group on YouTube, and so we all just became really good friends. And I was telling him, he was telling me, and I made my move. I shot my shot. He
You
and
shot your shot.
and boom bang. That's how that happened.
Okay. All right. A lot of from what I've seen, especially on YouTube, a lot of the online dating it doesn't necessarily work. I'm not sure why, but
Girl.
and for the most part, I'm also happy. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't say happy, but I like the fact that persons get to find out real quick whether or not it's something that they should continue with, especially because you're not around the person as often.
Mhm. Mhm.
As if you guys don't live close to each other, it half of the time it doesn't work. I'm sorry. The distance always causes an issue.
Well,
One
yeah.
second.
Mhm.
You're in agreement?
Well, I don't know. I think I actually prefer long distance relationships. I'm a little on the weirder
They say
side, Keri.
absence makes the heart grow
It sure
fonder.
does. It
But at
sure
the same
does.
time, you're going to have instances where we're going to be worried about people cheating because you're not seeing them and you're
Right.
having two
Exactly.
separate lives. You
Right.
are living somewhere else, you're living your own life, they're doing their
Hmm.
own thing. So it I guess it depends on the type of person. So for some people it will work, for some people it won't. Because all of the
Hmm.
traveling and stuff and making time to see each other and all of that stuff. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well,
Cocky, I was
yeah.
looking at that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I say, well, yeah. No, I understand. It also, it's how I would prefer like somebody who's in a long distance away from me, maybe about 3 hours tops. But I don't know. It seems that works out in my favor, long distance. But
I
the
don't
reason why me and him didn't work out had nothing to do with distance.
Okay, okay. Well, I
Hmm.
won't pry in your business though. Vibrant says absence makes the heart grow fonder, and for me, sometimes because I really
For
appreciate my
someone else.
alone time, I
Hmm.
really do.
Is
And
my mic low? Somebody said my mic is low.
oh, it is a little bit low.
How
I
do I
kept
turn it
plugging,
up?
unplugging. That one of the. Let me try to turn it. Let me see if I can fix it. Hold on. Because I was here thinking something's wrong with my microphone. I kept taking my headset off. That's why I'm
Mm.
on mute most times. Hold on.
Let me take mine out, maybe.
Okay, so I turned your microphone up, so let's see what happens. Can you hear me? Ooh, Vibrant says it sounds garbled. Here I was thinking it was my end. We don't discriminate over here, okay? So English may not be your first language, Kaki, but we know how it is. Which one, Vibrant? Which one? Which one? Sephora, I am not sure what happened because I think she had deleted that channel or privated the channel. So I don't know what happened to that channel. She did a live saying that she was gonna, stop doing commentary and I don't know what became of her and that gentleman, but I don't hear about them anymore. I'm wishing her the best. Maybe if you see Team AJ, you could ask. I think Team AJ was a mod over there. No, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now I do, and your microphone
Okay.
is louder.
There
Good.
we go.
And then, can you guys let me know if she's sounding clearer? Could you do another check?
Can anyone hear me? When's karaoke,
Yeah.
Keri?
I was wondering if I could make it for Friday. I don't know. Maybe I should start next week Friday. I don't know. If I do it tomorrow, I won't be able to do a lot of songs because I'm not 100%, better.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys are up to it, I'll come on tomorrow. If you guys are up to it.
I am home. Actually, I have COVID. Oops. I
Ah, but can you sing though with since you're sick?
absolutely can. I didn't, have any really bad symptoms this go round, so I'm good.
Oh. Okay, well I'm sorry to hear you caught it. Girl.
This is my
Mm-mm.
second time, and I felt worse this time. The first time I didn't have any symptoms at all. But this
Mm.
time, like I was real tired. I had like really bad night sweats. It was bad.
Oh no. I'm sorry
Hmm.
to hear that.
But I'm feeling.
Okay, I'm happy that you're good, and I
Hmm.
hope you're taking in your liquids and stuff.
Absolutely. But yeah, I
Yeah.
would love to really indulge into my experience with YouTube dating and my engagement and all of that stuff. So,
Mm.
in the event you would ever like to do like an interview, I'm definitely down because I really need to get this shit out of my system.
Well, let's make a date. When do
I
you? Let's make a
don't
date
have to
because
go
I
back to
like.
work until Thursday, so anytime before then, I am down.
Okay, all right. So we'll see. Let me see. Today's Thursday.
Hmm.
Um, maybe Wednesday.
Absolutely.
But then we'll have to speak because I like to, have an idea of some of the stuff you'd want to talk about, so I can,
Mhm.
get some questions together.
Sure. Okay.
But
Wait,
we'll talk, and I think I
I'll
have
put my
my.
email in the back chat.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm coming back. I have like three or four. I don't remember. I got some stuff that I clipped from a side, so I'm gonna read through them, and I want you to tell me what you guys think. All right. This is someone. She says, I was cheated on in my last relationship and I could have never taken him back. He was no longer the same person I fell in love with. I hope you guys can see it. Hold on. I'll just leave it that size. Let me see. Nah, that don't work. Neither does that. I'll leave it like that. I'm hoping you guys can see it. So this person says, I was cheated on in my last relationship and I could never have taken him back. He was no longer the same person I fell in love with. It's soul destroying when you give everything to someone and they just cheat on you. It shows how little they thought of you and everything you built up in the first place. If he wasn't happy, he could have just left. He didn't have to go and do that to me. I don't understand how anyone could take their partner back. How can things ever be the same again? And I am just shaking I am nodding my head with this person. I'm like, yep, mm-hmm, yes, because you didn't respect me in the first place. If you weren't happy in the relationship, you should have left, not stay. One of the main reasons why I get so upset when I talk about this, because in today's age, I don't even know, people don't even use protection. They want to feel the skin to skin. And listen, you are not going to come back to my home and carry any of these diseases to me. These are things I think about, You are putting my health at risk. So you can just think about it as a whoopsie or a mistake or whatever. Oh, it just happened, whatever. No, you are putting my health at risk. You may
Not a
also be
whoop.
putting, right, some. Oh, it was a mistake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Whatever. You meant that shit. It takes something for your dick to get hard. Okay. Hold on. Let me try. There's just too much to think of. There goes
Hi,
mine right
Ronnie.
there.
Can I say hi to Ronnie Q? Because I love
Of
her.
course.
Ronnie Q and Yaya, like y'all are my two top 10 favorite content creators.
Yes.
And
I
a
love
very
me some Ronnie Q and
one.
Yaya. And
Yeah.
Miss Toby. And who else? Yeah, I agree. I would love to hear what Mr. William thinks. Mr. William, click the link, Mr. William. I would like to hear what you think. I tend to want to agree with this person, and I know Vibrant does too. The fact that this person, she could not, or he could not. I'm thinking it's a female. She's like, I can't do it. You hurt me to the core, and if you weren't happy in the relationship, you should have decided to just keep moving, At least let me know so you could go where your happiness is. I'm known to say this in relationships. I'm like, listen,
Hmm.
if you let me know what you want to do, that's always my first go to. I'm like, let me know what you want to do
But that's the
because
thing.
I am not tagging along with you. Okay.
And that's the thing. Like if we can, have the discussion early on in the relationship that listen, you can be completely honest with me and don't feel like I'm gonna be mad at you or upset with you or that we're gonna break up or whatever. If you can openly communicate with me and tell me what it is that your needs are, and I can tell you what my needs are, we won't ever have to cross that bridge because we both have the clear understanding of
Right.
what we need to do to make this work. People are so afraid to speak up and say because of the because of the experiences that they've had in the past or what have you. People are so afraid to be shut down. But if you meet that person where you can be open with and you can talk things through and let them know what's on your heart and what's on your mind, it's so much easier. So much easier.
I agree with you. Strictly Platinum has the question in the chat. Suppose they finish with you and come back. But what do you mean, Strictly Platinum? I really want to know if they're finished with you and come back. I am not sure what he means. I got somebody in the back. I think it's Mr. William. And I keep laughing because I remember what happened with William and Natasha, and maybe he doesn't want to talk about it. But Mr. William, hold on. Let me make sure it's him. Where are my overlays? There we go. Is that you, Mr. William?
Hello, dear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are
Yes,
you?
it's me. Hello. Good
Okay.
evening, ladies.
Thank you for clicking the link.
I miss your brother.
Ah, yes.
William.
Okay. Okay. Good evening
Mr.
to all. Granny
William.
Q, you're there too. How you doing, dear? Uh,
Where- You said
okay.
a man can do no more than what a woman lets him do? Oh
That's
my
my
God.
assumption on life in general. In general, because here's what I'm saying. Men can go out there and be looking for a woman, even if he's married or single, unless that woman allows him to come to her and be with her, he can't do it. That's my point. It's just like being married. Now there's a law. If your wife says no and you, excuse the expression, you take it, you can be arrested for it. So that's what I mean, that a man can do no more than what a woman allows him or lets him do to her. That's in a relationship or being just out there on the streets.
I
That's
would have
true.
to agree with
Women
that.
don't know their power. They got a lot of power, but when it comes to relationships and the way, let's talk about it. You want to talk about the way I was done? Okay. It was long distance, number one. Let's get that straight, people. Let's get that straight. It was long distance. Number two, was I in love with this woman? Yes, I was in love with her, being the older man too. But did I have any sense of knowing that she was younger and she might want to be out there doing what she wanted to do? Yes, I'm no fool. Like I said, I'm 70. I'll be 74 this year. I've been with women. I know women, and I know she was a younger woman. But the problem with us, where it came in, was being able to travel over there to be with her. Now, get this, or having to have a passport to get to her. You're younger than I am. Plus, you have people over here. So why couldn't you come over here? That was one thing. And then another thing that a lot of people don't know, and I didn't want to talk about it. She was questioning me about the things that I did on my YouTube channel, the women over here in America that I was talking to on the YouTube channel, and it became a sort of like a jealousy type thing, to where, how are you going to tell me about me when I can't tell you about you, and I know you as a young viral woman over there? Okay. And then you're going to come on here and try to shame me in front of all these YouTube people that's been listening to me. And they knew we were in a relationship, but they didn't know how long, number one. They didn't know what I was doing for you, number two. But you just blab it all over and say I was sending you money every month. So what? Every good man should want to take care of his woman, regardless if she's with him up under his roof, or if she's in the next state, or even around the world. Every
But
man
she
should want to
she
do
ended
that.
up letting it be known that the amount you were giving her was not a lot. But
Let me tell you, dear, the amount that I was giving her was not a lot. Why did she cry for it when I didn't send it to her?
ooh.
See, um,
Because when you
you
include that,
can, you can, you can. She can say that it wasn't a lot, but if and a lot of people have looked into this and they've said about it. Our American money over there translates into more dollars for her. You send it
It
over there.
may
I sent it over
translate
there.
into in take it from me. Well,
Yeah.
and cocky in the chat too, who happens to let
Well,
it may be a lot more, but you got to think of the economy, you got to think of the country
I
that it's
thought,
going
and
to,
that's I think about all. I
and
thought
it,
about
and it
all
may
that
not
too.
buy a lot
But
of
here's the
stuff.
point. Here's the thing. She claimed she was working. Now, at the time that we had our big falling out and stuff, she told me that she wasn't working.
Oh,
That's
but
another
wasn't she
thing.
working at some health
Security
facility
firm, yes,
and at
she was
some other
working.
time
Matter of
some
fact,
security job? I heard two
she
different things.
no, she worked in security. We talked about it. I was on the phone with her when she was at work and all this. We've had long conversations. Mind you, now we've been together 4 years, 4 whole years. And every time something happened, she would let me know. And if I had it, I would send it because I wanted her to not worry about it. There's
But
a lot of things I could say, but I can't say them right now because I'm in litigation with some things that's going
oh,
on about
oh,
everything else. But
oh, with the same
far
person?
as far as when you come online, when you come online and tell somebody that you've been living with a man for 8 years,
Oh,
uh, and out of the 4 years that I was supporting you, uh, all of a sudden you had that man with you. Uh, you're young and vibrant. You need this, you need that. Well, okay, I can understand that. But
well,
allow
hold
me the
on,
same.
Mr. William. Oh,
Hmm.
oh, hold on. Since we're talking about cheating and stuff tonight, right? You
Right.
were in a relationship with her for 4 years. And only
Right.
when you broke up with her, she's telling you that she was in a relationship for 8 years with somebody else. Didn't
Yeah.
you
Everybody
see
see
her
the
at
video is
night?
out there.
What happened at nights? Since you're in a relationship with this person, what happened at nights? Weren't you able to talk to her before she went to bed? Didn't you have like video calls so you would know if there was another person in the picture?
No,
Nothing?
I had the video calls. We had video calls sometimes, and she worked at night too. Sometimes she worked at night. But when she told me that she had lost her job and she was at home during the daytime, there was less of a time that we had to talk and spend together because she was out trying
She
to
was.
find a different job and everything else.
Mm.
Uh,
So what would you say was a cheating that actually happened that, actually made you guys break up? Because she's saying it was you, you say it was her. What is it that
well,
happened? And for this case, this would be
I
a
don't think it was the
cyber.
cheating. It wasn't that the cheating part didn't have anything to do with it. I don't think it's the idea of me not wanting to get on my platform or here on YouTube because we discussed that too about the people I should be saying stuff to, what I need to do over here on my YouTube channel. A
So she
lot of
was
it
getting
was that.
really jealous. She was
It's
getting like really
jealousy in a
jealous.
way on both parts now because when she came to me with that I came back with her to her saying that, hey, look, you're over there, you got men talking to you. I've had young women come pick me up and take me somewhere and I would let her know this.
can I
It
interrupt
didn't
for just
bother
a second?
her. It didn't bother her.
Go ahead.
And I'm trying to tell her out of respect what I was doing every day in my everyday life, but she didn't tell me everything she was doing. And even if I asked her about it, we would end up in a big argument. So when it got to that point, I just said, you know what? Let's cut ties. Let's cut ties. I'll just do it that way. But then the money aspect got involved too. I wasn't giving her enough and all this. And even at one time, she told me she wanted me to send her $1,000. Oh, I could have sent it to her,
Oh.
but for what?
Oh, okay. You have a question, Sir William. Go ahead, you're a true crime bartender.
Mr. Colorado, your true crime bartender. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're going in and out, but I think I can hear you pretty good.
Okay, so my question for you is so at no point in this 4 year relationship did she show any red flags that maybe you could be getting scammed? I mean, none. There was none, like zero.
Uh, to be honest with you, bartender, uh, I was committed to this woman, and far as red flags, I'm just like any other person. I see them, but I don't see them, and at times I didn't want to believe it. Okay, I can admit that there were times when we had conversations and it went left off of a simple thing like talking about YouTube. It went left. So you love a person, you care about somebody, and you try to ignore the red flags until it slaps you in the face. And that's just like anybody else. I'm, you know, I'm
Okay.
not trying to down her or anything. But what I'm saying is,
Okay.
if you're cheating, let me know and let me make that decision of what I'm going to do. But once I find out you're cheating, there's no decision to be made. I'm gone. I'm gone. The same way it is with me. If you ask me, who am I seeing? And I tell you no one, there's the trust factor that comes in too in the play also. I should be man enough to trust you as a woman, even though you're very far away, that, hey, okay, I can believe that.
Okay, so that's fair. Like if that's the conversation you had with her and you have given her ample amount of opportunity to come clean, to let you know, to be forthright about your relationship, if there's anything that you need to know and she refused to tell you anything, that's fair. I mean, I can understand, I can see you're sad if that's what you're saying and if that's the conversation y'all had.
Yeah, because see, when we first got together, she told me she didn't have anyone, period. Period. She had just gotten out of a relationship and she was trying to build one. And over that 4 year course, we tried to establish and build that relationship. But other things came into play, like she wanted me to hurry up and get a passport and come over there. We could get married and she could come back with me later. Uh, I'm my old fashioned or everything else, but if we're married, you're going to come back with me then, not later. You're not going to stay over there. We're going to come back and make a home here. See, and it was always about me not being able to do what I said I was going to do for her, far as the passport thing. But far as financial, she got money every month. So it wasn't like, hey, I was just doing this to be doing something. When I told her I was going to take care of you, I got your back. That's what I meant.
Now I remember when you were, ready to bring her to the States and you were excited and I remember all of that. However, even
Sir, can I address somebody in the chat right
sorry.
quick? Sir Kaki, all women are not the same. Okay? All women are not the same. So that's a bold blanket statement, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, I could never be with somebody for so many years, never met them in 3 or 4 years, and
Absolutely.
Hmm.
still think it's gonna work. Like, what are we
Yeah,
holding on to at this point? Is it just that you want to
and
have
that's
somebody
that's
that you
when I
can talk
said no
to?
more. That's me. I can admit I said that to her.
That's a mighty long time to just be, being phone buddies or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't
just
know if I
call me
could
a
do that.
romanticist then. I've been that way
That
all my
was too
life,
long.
you know.
And then there were too many holes in the story about how she can't get to where you're at and all of that stuff. So that was a little bit, you know. There are a
Right.
lot of red flags. You did say you saw the red flags. You did not
I saw
acknowledge
them,
them.
But I love the girl. I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies on here. I did love her, but there comes a time when, hey, look, it's time to either dookie or get off the pot. I was gonna say something else, but and I feel that you're younger than I am, so you could make it quicker. You could make things happen. She had a passport. She could go places and do different things. So
So what
that's
was
what I'm
stopping
saying.
her from visiting her family?
Huh?
What was stopping her from visiting her family here?
That's my whole point. That's my point. That was my question. And you tell me you
Great.
got family in New York. I, we were on the phone. I was on the phone with some of her people when they left from New York and went back over to where they live at, and she was there with them supposedly now, you know, and they were having a good time.
Okay, I got you. So, so you're saying, so am I to take it? You're saying it depends on the situation, and if I should ask you, should a cheating partner get a second chance? Your answer would be go.
No, no, not when, and especially when they throw it up in your face nationally. Come on, worldwide. No, no. Even though I loved her and I cared about her, there's no way.
Okay.
Even if we had a been living in the same house, and that went on. No,
Okay, I got you. But Mr. William, I'm not gonna lie, I did hear you say that you moved on. This was like days after you're like, you're moved on, you got somebody else coming to visit
yeah, I
you and
moved
stuff.
on. I got somebody else
That
because
was
they're
real
right over here
quick.
with me. Okay,
So were you
they're here
already
with me,
talking to
and
someone while you were with
let me
her?
let me say this. No, they don't live with me. They also know what went on. They also know what went on, and we talked about it. And it became. I'm not going to say it's a rebound thing or anything, but this woman had been admired me from afar. Like, didn't I hear you say that you made the first move? Okay, she made the first move on me, and I just said, maybe I'm hurt after this or thinking about it. I did it, but I'm
You
still
already
happy
had
with
her
her.
in your back pocket, Mr.
No,
William.
I
You
don't have her in my
already
back
had that
pocket.
one. Because how
No,
did she already know everything that was happening to the point that you
because
could move
she
on
is
so
on
quickly?
YouTube. She
Ooh.
listened to my YouTube platform. She watched what was going on. And she would tell me these things. You don't need to take this as a man. You shouldn't be this way. Somebody cares about you. And she just told me how she felt. And there it is.
Oh, okay. So how is that relationship going on so far?
It's great. It's great. I'm not going to mention her name or say anything about her, but she's a wonderful woman. I care about her dearly, and we're going to try to make it. When we make it happen, everybody will know about it.
I have a feeling we know who this person is, do we? Because you said that person watches on YouTube. You don't have to give a name though. No? Yeah?
No,
Don't want
not
to
going to
tell
give
too
names
much?
because that was my fault.
Don't
That was
don't give
another thing.
don't give us her name. Don't give us her
No,
name, but
no,
is it someone we know or have
no,
seen
no, no,
around
no, no,
here?
no, 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 no.
Okay. Okay,
But what I'm
cool.
saying is that was another problem when I wasn't recognizing Natasha on YouTube. She was telling me about it, so I started recognizing her, putting her thumbnail up on my lives when I did them. She was in my chat as a moderator. Uh, those little things to let her know, hey, look, I'm letting people know that you're the woman. But on the same token, I'm not going to sit up here and not speak to my people in the chat, which was mostly women because I played music, and they come down and say things. I don't pay attention to it because I know I wasn't interested. That's just a form of entertainment. But the entertainment to her got to be a little bit too much. So that's all I'm saying. It was good while it lasted for me, and once it was over with, I moved on. I have moved on. So,
Okay. All right.
and I'm happy. I'm happy.
Well, I'm happy you have somebody who lives in your state and you don't have to
Hmm.
worry about sending stuff through, what was it, Western Union or whatever it
Well,
was that
it
you
started
used?
out Western Union, but then it ended up being MoneyGram. So that's okay.
Ooh,
That's
I
all
forgot
right.
MoneyGram too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But I'm not ashamed about it. The only thing that I hated that she came on somebody else's platform to try to make a real ass out of me, told lies and things that I never said about people. Now we have what they call, everybody calls it pillow talk. But I'm not going to sit up here and bang on the women that support me on YouTube. And that's what she hated. I
Oh,
didn't come back at them. There was one person I did that to, and I regretted that because I seen where she was putting her jealousy to a test with me. So I did it for her, and then I caught all kind of slack for it. So never again, never again.
okay. I got you. Okay, Mr. William. Thank you so much for clicking the link and letting me know, your views or whether or not you would take a cheating partner back, and for telling us a little bit about, your situation with what's her name? I don't
Well,
remember
I'll
her name.
I'll, I'll talk about it in full when the legalities are out of the way and things are, you know,
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll be here. We like to hear these types of stuff, so we'll be in your bushes or in your chat. We'll be there. Okay.
Okay, and thank you, Keri, for having me up,
Okay.
and to you
Thank
guys in
you.
the chat.
All right. I appreciate you
And
for
Sir
clicking the link.
Khaki, or whatever it is, just pay for Poom Poom. It's all good. Uh, I've been doing that all my life, so
Oh.
there's no big. It's not paying
Oh.
for Poom Poom. It's just
Oh.
being a man and taking care of the woman that you care about.
Oh. Okay.
That's all. Hey, Yaya, glad to see you,
Yeah,
dear.
yeah.
Yeah, my ex baby's mama.
Your ex
Okay.
baby mama. So those twins are
See, that's
gone.
another thing. I couldn't even joke about that then.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
She
I'm
didn't
having
understand
I got cussed out about
sarcasm.
having a joking
Mm.
relationship with
Oh
people that I
wow.
care about on YouTube.
Yeah, so she was stifling you pretty much. I got you.
I was getting bashed. Yes, very
Mm,
much bashed.
okay.
So I'm not a victim, but
One sec. Is that you?
It is.
Okay, cool. Okay, go ahead, Mr. William.
yeah, I'm not saying I was a victim at all. But I realized that some of the things that I did during that breakup was wrong. I should have came back
Yeah,
and
I
said what
said
I
he
needed to
cheated on
say.
me too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hi, yeah,
yeah was pretty
yeah.
sure she could handle it. Okay. Yeah, yeah could handle it. Okay.
Well, that's all right. See, Yaya became a pimp. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I did see her new name. Once I don't remember some slap a hole pimp something. I don't remember, but I saw that
Mm,
long name that she had. I miss those days, Yaya, with you changing your name and your
yeah, her
avatar.
avatar and all
The
that good stuff.
you
Yeah,
and Ronnie Q and Yaya. Those were the days. Okay, she said she moved on up.
yeah.
Okay.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Move on up to the east side, dear.
All right, I had a few other comments from some people that I snapped from offline talking about, how they felt after their partner cheated. I'm just going to go through them real quick. Here's another user. Another user was asked, "Would you take back your partner if they cheated?" Hold on, I got Ronnie Q in the back. I got to make sure it's her. Is that you, Ronnie Q?
Yeah, this is me. I want to
Okay.
stay in the back, but I wrote a message because I need that for to drop.
Hi,
Okay.
Monica.
Up
Is that
Hey, how you doing? Your true bartender, your true crime bartender.
time.
Hey, Mr. William.
Hi, Ronnie Q. Glad to
I'm
hear you, dear. Uh, keep up the good work, huh? I love it.
thank you.
absolutely?
Thank you as well. I can't talk. I can't talk on the mic right now because my husband's about to turn on the TV. So I don't want
Okay.
Keri to get a copyright strike. So I
Okay.
just had that question.
I'll remove you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming up. Okay. So this person says, and the question was asked, would you take your partner back if they cheated? This person says it depends on context. Some people really do see the error of their ways, the error of their ways, and try to do better. If, say, your partner comes forward and confesses to cheating, as opposed to you finding out about it, the implications are vastly different, and taking them back can be a sign of love. Oh shit, girl, bye. I am not reading. even if they even if they end up breaking your heart again, giving them another chance, whether they deserve it or not, is pretty much the definition of mercy, and I don't see any reason to frown upon it. What say you, your true crime bartender? I think this one goes up your alley. Because this person says it depends on the context. And, if the person sees the error of their ways and they want to, confess, you could
Well,
go ahead and be with them. You could,
well, Keri, you already
keep
know
them
the
past.
I'm giving depending on the situation. Now, is she say I missed the now is she saying, can you read that again? I'm sorry.
Hold on. I should probably put it on the screen so it looks bigger. Hold on. I think that's it. So this person is saying it depends on context. Hey, talent. It depends on context. Some people really do see the error of their ways and try to do better. If, say, your partner comes forward and confesses to cheating, as opposed to you finding out about it, and then the implications are vastly different, and
Oh,
taking them back can be a sign of love and strength. A
oh,
sign of love and strength,
Mhm.
Oh, child, I got
girl.
I got anxiety just listening to that. So,
uh-uh.
so wait a minute. So wait, so they're admitting their infidelities without me even catching them first? Like,
Right. So she's saying, like,
Yeah.
or he is saying, if the person confesses, it makes things okay, because then
oh
it'll make it seem as if you're a strong person and the
no,
person is
it
being
makes it
so
seem like
honest
you're
to
a man.
you.
It makes it seem like you're.
Ah,
It makes it seem like you're
oh, your
trying to
sound
get
is
at.
messed up again. Oh no, I'm
Can
sorry.
you
Go
hear,
ahead.
can you hear me now?
Is her
Can,
sound okay? Let me
can,
It's
let me see
breaking
how I
up a
can
little
fix
bit.
this. Let me go back to your microphone and see if I could. I wonder
hold
if
on.
I take echo cancellation off, it'll work. Are you using a headphone?
No, I took them off.
I'm gonna click on that and see if it works. Go ahead. Oh no.
Okay,
Did
hold
we
on.
lose her? I can't hear her.
I can't hear it now either.
I took echo cancel. Let me turn it back on. I don't know. Put it back on. There we go. We can't hear you.
No, can't hear you, dear.
She's totally gone this time. I don't know. Oh, she's back. Here we go. So I'll remove the other one. There we go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Much better. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay. No, what I was saying was it sounds like you're trying to be a man.
Oh no.
Think we removed the wrong one.
Did I? Oh no. I
there
think
was
we lost her.
there was two of her up there, and then
She fell off.
okay, she'll probably be back if she just drop the link for her. She'll probably come back. But I'm looking at that question. I mean that thing up there, and who? It's more of a to make. I believe it's to make that person feel better, really, than the person that they're telling it to. You know.
I don't know. Listen. You are not going to feel that because you came and told me it makes it better. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, you came and confessed to me. Let's work
No,
this
that
shit
don't make you feel
out.
no better. That's a kick in the
Uh-uh.
gut. That's a real kick in the gut.
Uh-uh. This person is saying that, okay, this is better because if I found out about it, it will hurt me worse. Nah, bitch. You are not going to cheat on me and think that everything is going to be cool after.
No, that's
Uh-uh.
see, and I say that too as a
So this
man. No.
person is trying to be like diplomatic, talking about, oh, it's the definition of mercy, and strength and all of that shit. Oh, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Mm-mm. I don't know what happened to your true crime. I'm gonna drop the link again just in case, but then I have another one. Let's read another one real quick. Okay. This one says, I think it depends on the type of cheating. A drunken one night stand. Oh, she's back. Hold on. Let's see.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking. Okay, so what I was saying was, it sounds like you're trying to manipulate. It sounds like you're trying to get a manipulator. It sounds like you're trying to run game. It sounds like you're trying to get ahead of the game because something must have happened between you and that person. You must have pissed that person off, and you're afraid they're going to get to me before I find out. And no,
Bingo. Bingo. Or maybe there's even a child on the way. Hell. So you're
right,
trying
like
to just
no,
make sure you come clean real quick because something is brewing in the back. I
yes,
see what you're saying.
yeah,
For
because now
real.
it seems no, that's just going to make it.
Vibrant says if you want mercy, go to church and get on your knees.
Right, because you're not going to get it from me. You're not going to get it from me.
Vibrant says, why tell in the first place? Just stop doing it. Right, Vibrant. You know it, girl. You
Yeah,
know it.
that's
I'm
my
just
girl
saying.
Vibrant.
You
Hmm.
telling me like I'm supposed to feel honored that you came and told me you were sticking your dick
Oh,
somewhere else? I am not. I don't guys. You don't come around me. I hate when men don't think about. I'm not bashing the men because listen, there's just way too many diseases out there. That's all I'm saying. Way too many. And you are sticking your dick. Oh, man, let me go to the next one real quick. Now this person says, I think it depends on the type of cheating. Oh lord. A drunken one night stand. I think I could try and work through, but a long time affair is a different matter. Building a relationship when you're attached to another person is just disgusting. I've been I've been long time cheated on and I stayed, but I was desperate to keep my family together for my son's sake. I can't see the rest from here. Hold on. It was a huge mistake and not something I would repeat. Boy, bye. Boy, bye.
They always want to
Depending on the
blame it on the
type
children.
of,
They
and
always want to
blaming it
blame it
on
on the
the
children
alcohol.
and the
Listen.
alcohol too. Yeah.
So this person is essentially saying that if it's a one night stand, they could probably look past it because people may get drunk and do stuff, so they could understand. But if it's something that they've been in for a long time and it's actually like something they've cultivated over a long period of time, they couldn't do it. I
oh,
mm, that's a
well,
tricky situation right
yeah.
there.
Hmm.
Well, alcohol is involved.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Because
not
as
only
many
that.
relationships, been in, I have never cheated. However, the older I have gotten, the more friendlier I have become with liquor. Okay, so so I have happened.
Oh, look out now! Look out! A drunk mind
Ooh.
speaks a sober thought.
Where?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And this person said they went back. They actually, because they wanted to keep the family unit together, they went back and found out it was a huge mistake. So some of the times you want to stay because of your family, you want to, do it for the children. But at the end of the day, this person may get drunk next week again. What are you gonna do?
You're
They get
right.
drunk again next month and they're in somebody else's cootie cat.
Yeah,
What
we don't.
happens?
Right, we don't want that to become a bad habit, sir.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A repeat offender, as they call them.
Yes, that.
Right. So
So
we have another
no,
one.
you don't stay up there for you don't stay in a marriage for the kid's sake because that's only gonna make the child look at relationships in a different way as they get older too.
Right. And sometimes they don't respect you because I think I read one where the child when the child grew up, they were like, I don't respect you for still staying. I
Right.
don't look at you. They were looking at their father as being weak, on a post that I was reading. He's like, you stuck around, you knew she cheated on you and she was disrespecting you like that, and it made you stay. So while you may have been doing that for the sake of the children, they're looking at you a whole different way. Okay,
Oh,
here goes
sure. A whole
another.
different light.
Yeah. And here goes another one. The way I look at it is that if you've given your love, trust, and heart to someone who then disregards it by cheating, if you then take them back, you are effectively allowing them to disrespect you like that, which in turn means you don't respect yourself enough. That's my take on it, and I'm curious to. Okay, there we go. This pretty much sums up how I think. For me, it's a matter of self-respect, and if I take you back, it means I don't respect myself. That's pretty much how I see it. What are your thoughts, guys?
I'm starting to think that it depends on the thought process of the just
Oh no, your sound is messed up.
is the
Yeah.
problem. I don't understand. How
Well,
is it now?
how is it now?
It's
Better?
good. Hmm.
Why is it different? Mr. Curtis, are you on the phone or are you on the laptop?
It's gone again. Oh no. And
I'm gonna
each
mute and
time
see
you're
if that
going into
helps.
a point, and I'm on mute too. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Mm.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Or on like a
I think your camera is on, so I have the overlay on because I don't think you want to show anything. You good? Okay, she dropped down.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if the fourth time is a charm. If she comes back, I'll drop the link again. I'm not sure if she'll try again. It happens. We've all had that happen. So it's okay. All right. So this person is really saying what I'm thinking. Hold on. Let me make sure it's her. That you?
It is.
Okay, cool.
So, Mr. Carruthers, are you on the phone or
Yes,
you
I'm here. I'm gonna go
laptop?
ahead and mute.
But are you on the phone or like a laptop or something, Mr.
On
Carruthers?
myself, I'm on my phone.
I wonder why my is going in and out. That is annoying.
You could. Are you on the Wi-Fi? Are you using the date? What
Yeah,
are you using?
I'm on my Wi-Fi, but I was also using my iPad as like my second device so I could see the chat. But it seemed like every time I turned my iPad on is when I would go out.
Oh, okay.
But I thought that was weird. But anyway, what I was saying, but I don't even remember what I was saying. Um, was there a question?
It's that we were talking about this one right here, which says that if you take them back, it's you effectively or essentially allowing them to disrespect you again. What are your thoughts?
Okay, forgive me. It's dog calorie wine. But okay, so um, what was I saying? At the point, um, I forget. Uh,
That's okay, girl. Or what? Or about the? Because this point was also mentioned earlier on when some people do it because. Hold on. If you've given your love and your trust to someone, I like this part. If you've given your love, your trust, and your heart to someone, and they in turn disregarded by cheating, if you go back to them or allow them to come back in your space, it's quite possible that they'll do it again, and it means that you don't
Okay, so
respect yourself
you're
enough.
And that's a true statement. I mean, how can I love myself when I'm allowing somebody to disrespect me all the time?
Right.
I remember
That's
now.
a true statement.
That's when, depend on a person's trust. It differs, or just god awful,
Your
because
microphone
they're
is
trying to
not
fulfill whatever
making you win.
narcissistic
Okay, keep
desire they
going.
have, right? And then there's people who are like truly, they're all about their mate, all about their family, they're all about being committed, but there's something that's lacking in the relationship. And because they don't know how to use their words and they don't know how to communicate, somebody at work, like the little work wife or work husband, says, buys them Starbucks every day. And so they start getting story eyed. And then, they're starting to fulfill a space in their life that their mate does not fulfill. And one thing leads to another. You banging them in the back of the parking lot behind a dumpster. Like, you never know.
I think this is the last one right here. Let me make sure. Ooh, we have two more. Uh, no, that's one. This person says, I think those who take back cheating, what does SOs mean? Significant others are just pathetic. Wow. Okay, so this person says, this isn't in cases of abuse or drunken kisses, etc. All right, so they're saying, if your significant other is drunk or whatever, you could probably give them a pass. But those who take back those who carried out month or year long affairs, or those who cheat with multiple affair partners, cheating is not a mistake, it's a decision. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't have to read that part. But I like the part where they say cheating is not a mistake, it's a decision. So they are of the impression that if you take your partner back who has been in a whole other relationship for years or months, it is just pathetic. I got you. Joseph Earl dropped down a while ago. Joseph says if it was an honest mistake, cheating is not a mistake. But I get you. I'm not going to call your point down. If that's your opinion, that's cool. Joseph says if it was an honest mistake, they should. Got you. I got you, Joseph. So this person thinks it's pathetic. Here goes another one.
Keri, hold on. Right before you get into this next one, can I just say this one thing?
Mm-hmm.
We have to really seriously take into consideration mental health is a real thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody who's suffering from mental health can make the decision to
Oh no,
burn
you're
someone,
borging. It's
yeah,
really bad.
oh my God.
I'm sorry, but it's really. I gotta tell you because you won't be. Oh, she fell off. Foot soldier says that's a man for you. Okay, I'm gonna see if she comes back. Technically, they cheat on you 3 times. They actively search out or don't. So this person is saying when a person cheats on you, they cheat on you 3 times. One is when they actively seek someone out, or if somebody's trying to make inappropriate conversations and stuff. If they don't shut it down, that's one. Then they actively plan to meet the person when they could have backed out. That's two. And then three is when they actually have sexual intercourse with that person. So you have cheated on your significant other, on your spouse 3 times because you went and met someone, you went and you planned to meet that person, and then the third one is when you actually have sex with them. So you cheated on your partner like 3 times. So this person says, I had an ex that cheated on me. She went to a nightclub, met someone, and left with them. Oh my God. Ooh, she's easy. Oh, I'm sorry. Then acted like it was just a mistake. My partners can do whatever they want, but I'm open and honest about what I'm okay with. Simply going to a venue like that was going to end our marriage in my book. So they were married and this
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Wow. What do you think, Mr. William?
Well,
Do
the
you
only
agree that
thing
that's 3 times?
that three times, 3 times the lady. I'm thinking of that song, 3 times the lady. But and then she went. He said she went to a nightclub. But my goodness, let's face it. Uh, we have to be diligent, no matter what or where we go and how we do things. If you got a good woman, stick by her. If you got a good man, stick by him. But things happen in life. That's all I'm saying. Things happen in life.
But Mr. Carruthers, I have a feeling. Mr. Carruthers, I think I remember some of your stories I've heard, so I'm not even gonna say anything.
Yeah.
I
Well, that's like I said, 74 years of life. Yeah, I'm a book. I'm a
think I
book.
remember some of your stories, so
Yeah.
I
Eh,
get why you're saying things happen. Things
yeah.
Mr. Carruthers says
I
things
could I
happen.
could I could be doing a kiss and tell all on everything in my life around women, but I don't like doing that because to me that's bringing that woman down. And like I said, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim.
Okay.
And no, I'm not
R-
giving advice on cheating. Yeah,
Foot soldier says, "Shut the front door."
yeah, foot soldier.
Is your microphone working now? Let me see.
Okay, so I switched to my iPad. Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay, this is the last
Yay!
go for me because, girl. But no, what I was saying was, I mean, we really have to consider that mental health is a real thing, right? So if
Mhm.
mental health is a real thing, and how is it that someone with mental health can make the sound decision, not saying that it's right, but the sound decision to murder an innocent person, no matter the situation? It could be a random person on the street. But if they can make that sound decision to take someone's life and people can forgive that action, but you can't forgive them for making the mistake of cheating. Like I really think you have to think about it in that view.
But how then is it a sound decision though if they have
I
mental
wouldn't say a
issues?
sound decision, but it's decision that they, not that they think is right. Obviously, they know it's not right in both situations, whether they're cheating or committing a murder. You know what I'm saying? There's something in people's minds that the wires just ain't wiring. The connection is not being made. They're making that decision because of how they feel in that moment.
Mhm.
So, you know what
Okay.
I mean? I mean, one thing is more extreme than the other, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's the only way I can make it make sense.
I
Well,
got you.
I got you too, but I'm not going to equate murder with cheating. Murder, excuse me. I'm not going to equate that with cheating
I'm
because
not
it's a
saying to
whole different
equate it. I'm
facet.
just
That's
saying
a
that
whole
it's a
different
decision that
thought
the person
process
makes in that
for
moment.
me. Because if you hurt somebody in my family, uh, I can't see that more so than you say. For instance, I got sisters. You cheated on my sister. Uh, I could look over that, but when you do something like that, no, no.
Right, but like these women can forgive men for murdering someone, but can't forgive them for cheating on them with another person. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
You're more likely to forgive your husband for committing a cold blooded murder than you would be to forgive him for cheating, sleeping with someone else.
I don't know about that one, but
No,
continue.
No, I'm saying
like
Mm-mm.
you're
It
putting money
depends
on the
on who
Some
your
table. You're
husband
going to
actually
pay
ordered. You see what
visitation
I'm
with this
saying?
man.
Now, if he ordered your sister or some member of your family, would you still be in love with that man and forgive him?
Listen, there are women who will forgive a man for touching their children. They will believe this man over their child.
hmm
Am I right? Am
Well,
I
those are
wrong?
mental issues. Those are
I've heard
mental
of that
issues.
because they don't want to lose the guy. They don't want to believe it.
Exactly.
They do not want to believe it, especially if it's a financial thing for some. Because
Yeah.
it's
All right,
if
Foot
they
Soldier,
break
I love
up.
you too. You got a great sense of humor too. At my age, I can't take life too serious anymore. I gotta laugh at some things, even my mistakes in life. I laugh at them sometimes. So
I think I think this is the last one. As someone who has been cheated on and stayed with them for a few months, you could never get that trust back. I eventually broke it off because it felt like almost 2 year relationship meant nothing anymore. I wish I could get those months back. Oh, I see what you're saying, girl. I
well,
feel you. I feel
I'm
you.
getting a phone call. I hate this. It's always when I'm
That's
on
your
here. Let me
ooh,
decline
that's
this
your
right quick. I'll
YouTube
call him back.
boo.
I know who it is.
You
I
know
Okay.
you
know it
want
is. I know who it is, but I
Ooh.
can call them back.
you want to
Okay.
answer. Go ahead.
I'm
Put it on
enjoying the
speakerphone.
conversation.
Is that your YouTube boo, Mr. William? Mr. William.
Mr. William, put it
Yes.
on
Is that your YouTube boo?
put it on speaker.
Can you hear?
Okay.
What hour of the night is the ooh, the YouTube boo is calling. Okay. He declined the call. We're not gonna hear it.
Uh,
Uh-uh.
Doggone Skip got declined that call.
I wonder if they're hearing his discussion here on this whole topic. Ooh, child. I don't
Uh,
know. But oh, it says your
well,
device is not connected. Your true crime bartender. Go ahead, Mr. William.
I would say that if no, that's not them anyways. But if it was them, it would be a positive note for me. At least,
Okay.
you know, nothing negative.
Okay. So we ooh, he's laughing. He knows. Mm-hmm.
Because I enjoy this kind of stuff here on YouTube, the conversations with beautiful people, and people are laughing about it too. So hey, it happens.
She's back. There we
At
go.
least I
She's
don't
back.
have a second device to where it rings and then you can still hear it anyway. So,
That was
Mm,
my fault because
oh,
I accidentally hit something.
okay.
But
oh,
yeah,
did you get a call too?
Ooh.
we was waiting for you to we was waiting for you to three-way us in and put us on speaker.
Oh, we would have been quiet too.
Yep.
All right. What are some other ways you can tell if you have a cheating partner? One of them, and I think it was Sephora who spoke about it, was the financial cheating. So I'm gonna go with the inconsistent expenses. So if you notice like sudden changes in the spending habits of your spouse, you may want to do a little investigation. It doesn't hurt. I don't care. I investigate. You hear me? I am not gonna be the last to find anything out. I am sorry. That's me. I don't do a lot of, and I won't say I'm a very snoopy person, but I want to get to the meat and the potatoes right away.
Girl,
Okay.
you see my
Oh,
I'm
name. Your
sorry.
true
excuse me. I'm
crime
sorry for
bartender.
laughing. I'm just
I'm your true
Okay.
crime
Soldier.
bartender,
Me and
baby.
Foot Soldier having a little private conversation up here from one cheater to another. Why do you cheat? Foot Soldier. You
Foot
admitted you're a cheater?
soldier.
Oh my goodness.
Foot
Oh
soldier.
well.
Oh my god. Foot soldier. He was talking about something earlier on. He said he didn't cheat. It was the other way around. So
No,
that's what he said.
and even with my I'm gonna call her my friend right now because that's what it is. It's a friendship that's blossoming into a relationship. Even with her, I'm not out there cheating. I'm not, what I'm doing here on YouTube to her is not cheating. It's having fun, me being me. I'm not dropping any phone numbers. I'm not trying to get nobody's phone numbers. And another thing, I am not on IG. That's another thing. Everybody wants to know what's your IG. Nope, don't do that. I don't do
Maybe
that
it's
behind
because
the
she's
scenes.
around here enough and she knows the different
Yeah, it's an,
species and what the sector is like, and maybe the other person didn't know
right,
much and she didn't
right.
understand the ways of the quote beef sector unquote. So maybe that's it. Okay, you're a true crime bartender. Give me another reason or red flag that will suggest somebody is cheating. So I started off with the finances. So I spoke about the inconsistent expenses. Go
Mhm.
ahead. What else can you pinpoint so you could say, I think this person is cheating.
The
Come
the excessive use of of their phone, like, and how they lay their phone down. Do they lay it face down, or do they lay it face up?
mm,
Hmm.
Uh
yeah.
huh.
Oh, right. Or the ones who their phones never rings. That's
Or
another one.
why you got your
I
phone
knew
on
someone like
private?
that. Ooh, that
Hmm.
Well,
phone
you
never rang.
also have to be careful if they got different ringtones on them for different numbers.
Ooh, Mr. William, let us know. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm
Mm.
trying to tell
Foot
you.
soldier. What's a Ooh, I knew of this guy. His phone never rang. And when I say it never rings, I mean he always has it on silent or vibrate or whatever.
Vibrate, right.
Because right, the phone, and when you ask questions, he's like, "No, I can't deal with the noise when it rings." And I'm like, "Right, right,
Well,
right."
I can understand that, because there's a lot of times that I keep my phone on private too, because I can't stand when it startles me, like the ring startles me.
We
Do
So
try
I
to have
tell.
a
keep it
serious
on. I
conversation
actually
here,
keep my
foot soldier.
notifications off.
Oh, you're one of them.
I
Look,
do, because
I'm joking.
I just hate it. I just don't like the sound of the phone. So I keep,
Oh,
my phone on like uh sleep or work mode. I just don't like the sound.
okay. Okay, so we got one. Did Mr. William give us one? So we spoke about the buying of stuff, the phone, especially if they take the phone everywhere with them, or like I said, those always
Or
on vibrate.
when there's another thing too, all the codes that you have to use to get into the phone.
Child, I got a code on my phone. Shit.
I think
My phone
everybody
is
does.
always gonna have a code, Mr. William. What if you lose your phone?
Yeah,
What's
you don't
gonna
want nobody to
happen?
just have access to
A
all of your.
stranger has access to all
Hmm.
your information.
Well,
Gotta
believe
think
it or
about
not,
that
strangers
part
got
too.
access to our information, and that's called the government. So,
Well,
I,
that's a
I
little bit different.
but no, I'm just talking about in general. Okay, like when you're at home, you know, my friend wants to look at my phone. Okay, here it is. You can have it.
You are not going in my phone. Uh-uh.
I don't care. I
Hmm.
don't have
You
anything to
are not
hide when it
going in
comes
my
to that.
dude. You are not gonna ask me for my phone. That phone belongs to me, and it's not that I'm hiding anything. But at the
Right.
Right.
same time, you are not gonna be in my conversations with my friends, my
Yeah.
family.
Mm-mm.
Personal stuff with my family and stuff.
Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. It's not like but I get it. Some people are okay with that. If you want to make calls or do other stuff on the phone, I don't have a problem handing it over to you. But you're
Hmm.
not going to be Mr. Inspector and asking me for my phone.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm, you're not my
you know,
daddy.
a lot of times, people will want to become Inspector Gadget because they're listening to other people saying what their
Child,
significant
mm-mm.
others doing out there in
If
the
you do
streets.
not
But
trust me, there's no point in us being together. Period.
I got my ways and means to get stuff done. I am going to find out everything I need to find out. I'm really good at that shit. Do not play with me.
mhm.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Strictly Platinum and Ronnie Q gave one. Ronnie Q says another way you can tell if someone is cheating if they have new concerns about how they look, their appearance. So if you notice they're dressing up a little bit differently,
Yeah, yeah.
always concerned about their physical appearance, you can gonna say, who are you sharpening up for?
Well, yeah, they
Strictly
do
Hmm.
do
Platinum
that.
says if there are routine changes. Yes.
Yeah. Like you coming
Yeah,
So,
straight
like
home from
come,
work and you
like
jump
you've been
in the
coming
shower
home at
before
six
you
o'clock,
even.
and all of a sudden you're coming home at 9 o'clock.
right,
Yeah, you're jumping in the
right,
shower when you come home from work before you even greet me. Like, what are you doing?
right.
What's up with that?
You don't want me to smell your clothes? What? What? You don't want? Listen. Strictly Platinum says unexpected trips out of the house. Hmm. Especially at nights. So they're always gonna have somewhere to go. You're wondering, "So what is this?" Look at Foot Soldier. Foot Soldier. Foot Soldier wants to know
Oh
from
Lord.
William. What were the
I
signs
know.
when
Big
you didn't flare?
foot soldiers having a ball tonight. Probably if I had to came up there, they probably wouldn't have anything to do. But that's okay.
Vibrant Low says, coming home with your shirt inside out.
Well, see, those are
Right, right.
everything. Those are things that women look at. Now, ask me, what do men look at?
What do you look at?
Honestly, why do you? Why is it when you do go out, you come back in, you start arguing with me about what somebody said in the streets?
Vibrant. I might catch a case that night.
Hmm. Hmm.
Say, or
William, so you're saying
or
that it's to cover their cheating? So that's so they come home and start arguing with you about stuff they hear? Is
yeah,
it
I
because they're
mean,
trying to cover up the fact that they're cheating?
yeah, that's the way I look at it. Um,
Okay, I got okay.
coming home with
Ronnie
your
Q, they gonna
drawers
be leaving the
inside
house with
out.
one
Well, hey.
butt cheek gone.
So the shirt inside out and the drawers inside. Ronnie Q. If you're like me, child,
I could really be messing Ronnie Q with saying coming home with them on backwards.
mm, coming home with some spots that just don't look right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lipstick
Mm-mm.
on the collar, makeup on your shirt, and all
Makeup,
that good stuff.
child. If you notice that some stuff are being washed before laundry day, that's another sign too. Because why are you washing these few items of clothing? And we do laundry on a Saturday. Should I be looking? What's happening? Also,
Hmm.
suddenly they gotta work late. Oh, I have to work late. Nah, working late is suddenly a new normal. No, you normally leave after you're normally done by 5. What's going on? What about those who have some friends around them that you're uncomfortable with? They you know whether they hang around too much or you just think that something is off every time you see them around that person.
And like
That's another thing too.
Byron Love made a good point. They start finding faults with you, you know,
Right, Vibrant.
Yes.
because yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
That's
tell
another
y'all? Can I
one.
give y'all a brief story about how me and my ex broke up? My
Go
ex
ahead, girl.
fiance. Can y'all hear
Hmm.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So this is the ex fiance that I met on YouTube. So I was leaving for Puerto Rico. It was me, my best friend, my daughter, and her best friend. The morning that we was leaving Puerto Rico, girl. So our wedding date was scheduled for October 15th, 2021. I went to Puerto Rico July 12th, 2021. The morning of us going to the airport to go to Puerto Rico because it was a girls' trip. Um, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. We was packing, getting our last stuff packed. I was taking my shower, getting dressed. So I'm in the bedroom. After I get out the shower, I got my towel on. But he was the kind of person that likes to watch me get dressed, right? So in front of me
Hmm.
is my dresser with the big mirror on it. And if you're looking straight in the mirror, you can see the bed. You can see the bed from the mirror. He's laying on the bed trying to like he's laying on the bed behind me trying to look at me. And I know the whole time I was in the shower, Keri, I fucking I knew that he was going to have a problem if I shaved, right? Knowing I'm going to the beach. Anyway, I get out of the shower, I had my robe, I had my towel on, and like I'm purposely putting on my lotion and everything without taking my towel off. So he's watching, he's flipping all around the bed behind me because he's trying to see. So I asked him, I said, could you please go put the luggage in the car? He leaves the room, go put the luggage in the car, and by the time he comes back, like I'm fully dressed, okay? He walks in the bedroom, he marches right up to me and stuffs his hands down the front of my pants
What?
and says, oh, that's what I thought.
What? So this
So,
contributed to you guys breaking up?
yes, because I
So
had
you felt
enough.
violated?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I felt violated to the 10,000 degree.
so he was wait, he didn't want you to shave?
Yes. And
The
that's how insecure
hell?
he was. That's how insecure he was.
What's his
And
reasoning behind it? Oh, let me not stop you. Go ahead.
well, first of all, he had an issue with me going on this trip with my best friend, my daughter, and her best friend to Puerto Rico on this trip because my best friend wanted to call it a hot girl summer because she got us teach matching t-shirts to wear to the to the wear to the airport. That's it.
Hot
To the
girl
airport.
summer.
Yeah, to the airport. That's a hot girl summer, right? He's like, you're about to get married to me in a couple months, and why is it a hot girl summer? I'm like, ew, just calm down. It's just a phrase, right? Like it's just we're just having fun. It has nothing to do with us having hot. Clearly, I'm engaged to you. Clearly, we're about to get married in a couple of months. Like, chill out. But he was so insecure. It was crazy. So literally, Keri, that day that I left for Puerto Rico is the last time I've seen him. To this day, that's the last time I've seen him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so while I
Mm-mm.
was in Puerto Rico, he moved out and everything.
Oh my
He
god.
he married someone else 9 days before our wedding date.
Oh my god. I'm glad you can
Yes,
laugh about this shit. I would
girl.
send
I mean,
you.
I'm glad I can now too. I mean, we
Maybe
were
that's a it's a really good thing that you went on that trip because in order for
girl.
him to marry someone 9 days before your actual wedding means he was already in a
Already
relationship
seen her.
with that
Exactly.
person.
Yeah, he was already
Wow.
engaged.
And it's like my family, and specifically my mother, still blame me for us breaking up. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wow.
Hold on. Wait. How is this my fault? How is this my fault? And not only is it not my fault, but how is it that he had somebody else that he married 9 days before our actual
9
wedding date?
days.
We broke up
Oh
in
yeah.
July,
Well,
granted,
he
but
was
in
engaged to her
October we were
already,
supposed to be
dear.
married.
You broke up in July and the wedding was supposed to be in October, right?
Yes.
Wow. And he
Oh
could
no,
oh hell no.
yeah, no,
Yes.
he was
Hell
engaged
no.
already. I'm telling you.
So
Hmm.
so all the plans you guys made and
Thousands
dresses,
of dollars down the
mm,
drain.
reception area, all of that stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That must have been really hard. And the fact that he was trying to, because I was about to get like all mushy and say, oh, maybe he's just jealous and you're leaving, and
Mm-mm.
he is grabbing you to make sure that you didn't shave. So
Like I
what is
couldn't
it
shave
supposed
while
to
I'm there.
mean?
Like, what?
Yeah, cause you could shave when you right. You could have shaved there and not at
Well,
home.
but the
You
crazy
saying you're gonna cheat if you
deranged part
shave?
about it is that the whole time taking my shower, I knew not to shave because I knew that he would have had a problem. That's the crazy
Wow.
part.
Mm. Well,
Wow.
ladies, it's been nice.
Okay,
Um,
William.
I'm gonna have to get off of here because duty calls.
Okay, YouTube girlfriend. Hey, YouTube
Nice talking to you,
girlfriend.
Mr. Carruthers.
YouTube
Everybody
girlfriend called
And
Mr.
very
Carruthers.
Carrie,
Time for
thank
him
you
to
so much for
go.
having me up there.
I
You're a
appreciate you for coming
true,
up.
yeah, true crime bartender. Love your stories, and I'll have some wild ones to tell later on in life. Foot
Okay.
soldiers,
It
love
was
you.
nice
Ronnie
talking
Q,
to you.
all you
Have
All
fun.
guys
right.
that's been up in the chat. So
Okay, thank
y'all
you,
have a
Mr.
good
William.
evening.
Have
All
a good
right. Bye
night.
bye.
Bye. Dang, your man was jealous even though he was in a whole different relationship. That is just crazy. Foot Soldier
Exactly.
said that's a blessing for you. I agree with you, Foot Soldier.
Most definitely.
That was a blessing, child.
And this was
Because
2001. I mean, it's like I'm just now getting
21.
over 21. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had just lost my father to cancer like 5 months
Oh
before
no.
that. And it's like,
My
I'm going through
condolences.
something. Like, that I'm not
Right.
right. And this is what you do. But he made himself the whole time, Carrie, he made it seem like he was the most perfect man in the whole wide world. And he was
Wow.
genuinely to me, like he loved me. There wasn't really no complaints that I had with him other than I knew he wasn't the one. And it was my fault for even leading him on. So everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason, for real. Foot soldiers down there asking Mr. William, what duty's calling right now, may I ask? It's his YouTube girl. Hey YouTube
That's
wife.
what I was thinking too. But I was like, oh, he got to answer that phone call.
Right. Um, I'm kind of happy that you didn't end up going into something that would have maybe turned out, negatively for you, because who knows what may have happened with that person he is with. And they could have hurt you. You could have in the process gotten hurt.
Right.
If you found out about that way after you got married and stuff. So it God works things out. The Creator works things out. So that was a
Mm-hmm.
blessing in itself that you had to go on that trip,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
things
have
just
never
worked
seen
out.
him since.
He had already planned on doing that. He may have already planned that. So he was
Yeah.
trying to get upset with you before you left.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
already had that plan, because if he could move
Yeah.
away, how long did you stay?
7 days. No, no, no. It wasn't not
Ooh,
7 days. Wait a minute. It was about 5 days, 4 or 5 days.
okay, and he moved out, and your family has no idea what happened, but they think you're a part of the problem. Well, you dodged a bullet, and I'm glad you did,
Mm-hmm.
because I wouldn't want to know that you got hurt because of some man and some lesion.
Right.
A
Right.
lesion. Imagine the
Right.
stuff that he had to do to, keep both of you from, finding out about each other. That's just crazy.
I know
I
it's
hate
crazy.
cheaters.
So I
I
had made
hate
a whole YouTube
liars.
video about it and everything. It's on my video's on private now, but I had it up for a while. But I made a whole YouTube video about it. Like I was, I was like, it was crazy.
Girl, imagine if you had sent that out, before what's her name? Rita.
No, I did have it out. I had it out until about like 5 months ago. I just recently put it on private.
How come I didn't see it? Where was
Girl.
I? Oh wow.
I mean,
I'm
it was just
sorry
my
I
voice,
missed
so I
it.
wasn't on the screen on that video. I think it
Hmm.
would have been more effective had I, showed my face for that
Right.
video.
You're welcome, Mr. Williams. I enjoyed you coming up. Thank you for clicking the link.
But I
Mr.
was
Williams.
crying and everything else in that video. That's why I put it on private.
Do you know I wouldn't cry?
Ooh,
I don't. I would.
I tried
But
not to.
I understand how you feel, because you left your home knowing that you were with someone.
Hmm.
You came back and they were nowhere to be found. But were you speaking to him while you were on your trip?
No, we had
Oh,
that
he was.
argument before we left for the airport. I kissed him goodbye at the airport, and we broke it
Wow.
off while I was in Puerto Rico, and he moved out the very next day.
Wow. Wow. He had
Because
already
after
planned
because
that.
after he did that, I left my iPad at home, and he went through my iPad,
Oh,
and he's seen some old conversations with somebody that had nothing to do with him, and it wasn't when we were together, and he tried to flip it
wow.
around on me. So,
Wow.
mhm,
Wow. Dang.
I know.
I can understand the hurt and stuff,
Well,
but
no, the reason why I was crying in that video is because I started talking about my dad, and I was talking about how he made a promise to my dad on his deathbed, and that's what made me cry. But
oh
you know what I mean?
no.
Like, it's crazy, girl. Crazy.
And all that wasted money and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Girl, I feel it. That sounds like an interesting story. I can't wait to hear the rest of it. So we really should make the plan, and I should probably, yeah. So we're gonna make that link so we can hear about the story. But kind of happy that you didn't get hurt any further than you did. Mm,
Well, I
yeah,
appreciate that, and I'm absolutely down for a story because it's a good one.
I can well imagine, and I want to hear it.
Because y'all gonna be
I
like,
want to
"Damn, you
hear.
stupid! Why would you do that?" Like, yeah, I was one of those, so I could definitely relate to recipes.
Oh no. I'm a little bit on the rough side when it comes to stuff like that because I don't like people playing with me. So, as much as I'm calm and stuff, at the very beginning, I do my checks. I do what I need to do. I use my
Girl,
resources.
I wish I
I
were
find
that.
out what I need to do. And I am always looking for signs or, red flags so I don't waste my time getting into
Right.
something
Oh
and
no, I'm
then I've
definitely
invested too
on
much
point now.
time.
I don't play no games. That's why I've been single since that happened. I've been
Oh
single
no.
3 years. I'm not playing with nobody. I'm
Right.
not.
And it's not that easy to get with someone, at this time because, we know how men are, but at the same time, you have to do your checks. You have to. And if anything doesn't look, if anything looks too, what's that? What's the
Good to be
saying? If it
true.
looks
Good
too
to be
good
true.
to be true,
Uh,
right?
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
you have to nip that in the bud. And you got to ask questions. Ask the pertinent questions when you just start courting. If they
Mhm.
tell you they're working somewhere, make a mental note, find out, do your search. I'm telling you, do everything you need to do. And
Right.
if they take too long to let you meet family and stuff, that's also another red flag. There are so many things that you have to look out for. Especially you gotta check them up to see if they lie. You know,
Mm-hmm.
cross reference stuff. I don't play around with that type of shit. You are not gonna mess me up. I'll
Mm-mm.
mess you up before you mess me up. I am sorry.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Swear.
I don't like liars.
Me either. That's the worst thing to be
Mm-mm.
is a liar.
Right.
And to be like a compulsive or pathological liar.
Pathological liar,
Oof.
right? I don't do well with that type of shit.
Mm.
Mm-mm. I'm about to wrap this up
Okay.
because
Well, you're the only person's link that I have ever clicked. Remember, I clicked the first time I clicked your link was the night that
it was
I don't want.
karaoke.
No, it was the night. It was live. We were live. We had a whole panel. You had a whole panel, and we were live, and it was it
That's
was
when I used to come on here a lot at nights, right?
yeah, but it was during you were live when Miss T or EECE got arrested, right?
Alf, Alf, Alf.
Guys, that's when
Oh,
we
I
you were
remember that
live
night
when that
all
all
too
happened.
clear. I
Hmm.
remember that night. I think
We were up
if
for
I
hours and hours and hours.
man, those were the days, and those were the days I was on here way more, and things were a little bit different. So,
Yeah. Hmm.
and of course, she came over here with her drama, so things
Mm.
were a bit different. That's Alf, girl. I need a name for her. Celebrity Mutt. I'll do that. I do
Oh God.
celebrity. I'll go with Celebrity Mutt because we already have the Celebrity Camel and the Celebrity Pig, so I'll just choose that name for her right now. Um,
Girl. Mm-mm-mm.
she's something else. She
So
is
when did y'all
crazy.
fall out? Was it when she got arrested? Because I know a lot of people were asking why you didn't put no, were asking like why you didn't respond to her arrest or something. I don't remember how that all played out.
Girl, it was. I can't even tell. That girl is crazy. When did we fall out? Oh, huh. I can't even put the stuff together. That girl. Hmm. When she went, to Jale as she spells it, um, we were in the back trying to, you know, get her, get her, Get stuff sorted out. And I think somebody, which is another person, not Heatwave, the other person, Shelly, I think she told her some stuff. And so she already came out of jail with her own impressions of what we were doing. You know, that's what I think happened. And I was over by New Biologies. I can't remember everything clearly because, to be quite honest, I really didn't care. And I don't think people understand how much when I say I don't care about these things, I don't think they get it. I was over there by New Biology one night and she decided to drop down in the chat and say some crap. I don't remember. It was some crap over by New Biology and she got upset. I was talking to Goosey and somebody else and she thought I was talking about her and she dropped down in the chat talking about what did you say, Carrie? And bitch this, and I'm like, girl, if only you knew you could drag as much as you want on here, but I know in real life I will drag your ass. I am
Mhm.
not proving anything that I am verbal. I can cuss anybody out on here. I know I would never let you drag me. I know that for a fact. I would bust your ass. I
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
that. So if I know that me arguing with you is gonna get me nowhere, I don't do it. I don't argue with people. But fuck around and find out. Because people think that once you're quiet, it means weakness.
Mhm.
But I'm just taming me. I'm just doing what I need to do to get up, you know, whatever. But
But
anyways, that's her.
but
And
we
she was
know that
also
when you
upset
go,
because
you
I
can
told her
go.
prior to that to take the wrench from me because I'm not going back over there. I told her, I genuinely supported you, but I see the direction this is going, so kindly take the wrench away from me. That's what I told her. And of course, she was also upset that I was cool with Goosey and she didn't like the stuff he was doing when he hit my panel. That was basically the
Oh,
reason. And she was also upset or embarrassed because she thought we were trying to get her people or trying to so called dox her. She thought that we were trying to dox her when she went to jail. I think that's in essence that's what it really was, coupled with the fact that she didn't like that we were cool with Goosey at the time. I think that's a problem.
Wait, Goosey, Goosey. I'm trying to remember who that is.
Goosey? You don't remember Goosey? What's the other
Goosey.
name that he used? What's his other name? He hasn't been here in so long. I don't remember the other name he used. You don't remember Goosey?
What I mean, that was his name in the chat.
Okay, Foot Soldier. What was in? I can't remember the other name he used.
Was Goosey?
Nightcrawler, I think it was. But he had a channel too, and she used to have him on her channel for hours. And they'll be talking and stuff, and then she'll go over to his channel and stuff. And somehow
Goosey.
they fell out, and because they fell out, she
Nightcrawler.
wanted me to feel the same way too. But I don't work like that. Nobody
Right.
tells me what to do. Nobody tells me not to speak to somebody because you don't speak to them anymore.
Yeah, no.
You don't tell
I'm
me
not
what
doing
to do.
that.
I'm an adult the last time I checked.
Yeah, no.
So that was an issue. And
Thank you, Sir
she
Khaki Baron.
she claimed she didn't like the way he was talking to her on the panel. Oh, and you could have put him in the back, or you could have done this. Don't tell me what to do. Don't ever tell me what to do. Because I was just learning about this whole YouTube thing and whatever.
Hmm.
And, it was what it was. I would
But it
never
was
let
like
somebody
right
like
after
that
she
touch
got
me
out
and
of
I
jail.
don't fuck you up.
Was it
Come
right after
again?
she was it right after she got out of jail, Carrie?
Um,
Or was it shortly after that? Because I thought
when
it had
did this happen again? I
it was the
think it was
first time. It was when
before.
she called the cops and they came and got her. That's when that was the
Bitch
first
called
time
the
she went to
cops
jail.
on herself.
Yeah, so it was the
Um,
first time she went to jail when this
dumb
happened.
bitch. Dumb bitch. I've never been to jail a day in my life. Hold on. Dumb bitch called the cops on herself. And if what's her name? Misunderstood, knew what she was doing, she could get her in trouble again if she really knows,
Oh,
you know.
absolutely she could.
But I
Absolutely.
don't think she's joking around. There are so many ways. If that girl only knew the right, she could be in jail again. The right things to do.
Yeah. Hmm.
She.
And to be honest, like even from back then, I still rock with Tracy. But when this incident happened with Misunderstood, I just couldn't get down with that. Like there's some, you know what I mean? I have a level of integrity, okay? And there's
Right.
just like some things I just can't rock with. I just can't. So I faded to the black. I haven't been in her chat or anything like that. I don't, I haven't I haven't renewed my membership or anything like that. I just, there's just, there's, there's
She's
always a
weird.
line that you
And
can't cross, and that's a line that she crossed that I just don't, I just can't tolerate.
right.
I just can't.
I get it. And I was not gonna stick around and try to talk to her.
Uh huh.
I'm okay on friends and stuff. I've never met her a day in my life, and I didn't see the reason why I need to try and be cool with her. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't.
No, I
Yeah.
understand for sure. I
Yeah.
understand. Like I try to support the ones that I like, but until they show me a side of them that I don't like, I'm gonna continue to try to support them. You know what I'm saying? Because it is the beast sector and it gets ugly. I understand it. I've been here since 2016. I've been watching the beast sector. So I
Girl,
know
you've been
how
here for a while,
yes,
child.
I've been here. I'm an OG subby, I'd like to call it. I mean, I had a different
Yeah.
page until I created my own channel, but
Mhm.
most people don't even remember me because I switched my accounts, but and I like it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, everybody has their days, I guess, but some things are just a little bit more extreme than others. Like, and that was extreme. And I don't even like Misunderstood. I think she's a total narcissist
Which
too.
one of the situations did you say? Because I think there were more than one. Was
It
it the
was the
cruise or was it when she went to visit
oh
her?
no, I had a great time with Tracy right on that cruise, like I was there.
Okay.
But no, no, it was the Misunderstood situation with the pictures. So yeah,
Oh,
and I'm not even a fan of Misunderstood, but that was low. That was very low.
yeah.
I didn't like that at all.
She
So
gets caught up in the moment when she, like she wants to feel like she has a one up on someone. So she wants to, like do, I don't think she thinks stuff through before she does it. She gets caught up in the moment. She wants to hurt you. So she's going to
yeah.
say or do anything she can to hurt you. But
Hmm.
and that was so uncalled for somebody who you were defending a few months ago. Oh,
Right.
leave her alone. No, we're not going to talk bad about her in the chat. If anybody says anything bad about her, we're just going to block them. Nothing.
Yeah.
This is the person you were just cool with yesterday.
Yeah. Even though I think Misunderstood started that because she's the one that recorded her for no damn reason and then, released the recordings. And it was like, why did you do that? Yes, she owed you money, but you did this before the dates even came for her to pay you back. Like, it wasn't like the
Ooh.
date had passed. A whole week didn't even pass yet. And you're already,
Oh.
you know what I mean? I thought that was kind of effed up, but Misunderstood did. But then, like, when Tracy's come back to Noble being in Misunderstood chat and all that shit. the first thing you thought of was to leak her nudes. Like that was crazy. That was
So is
crazy.
that the reason why I don't even watch them? So I don't know. I get my secondhand information from the other channels that I watch, or if they say something, I'll go, look. But I can't.
Yeah,
So I
because
can't
I think that's
watch.
when
So
MU
you're. I'm sorry. Go
MU.
ahead.
I think that's when Misunderstood made Noble a
A mod.
moderator in her chat.
Lord.
Yeah.
I see this happening a lot in the sector. Like people mod people up for those types of reasons, like to get people
Yeah.
upset or to have one in the pocket. So if something happens, oh, I'm not cool with this person. Let me mod somebody she's not cool with, so I can have that. So I've been seeing a lot of that happening, but I didn't know
Well,
that that's the reason why she
wait, I
leaked her
could be wrong
nudes.
because they were still together when that happened. She was still with
Okay,
Noble when she leaked those pictures. So I think
she
it
knew
was,
what she was doing.
yeah, I think it was because he was in her chat, to be honest.
she lost at least 3 channels already, and she's always doing the same crap over and over, and
Hmm.
not think stuff through before she does it. And that's just crazy. That
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's too old to be behaving like this. That's all I know.
She can't help herself. She's one of those, what do you call those people? Not reactive. What do you call them? They just
Um,
do stuff
impulsive.
without impulsive. There you go. Because she wants to, in her mind, she's winning, so she wants to be able to, do stuff that gives her a one up, and she doesn't even care, what happens after. But I've been over her because it didn't take me too long because I don't seek any type of validation from these strangers on here, and
Hmm.
she's a stranger to me, a total stranger.
Yeah.
And she even send messages to me like prior to all of that. Oh, I don't have Goosey doing this and don't have and I'm like, is this bitch emailing me about Goosey? I'm like, what?
Wait, was
What?
was
I know
Goosey
where
on
my
Mystic
mother is.
Alley?
You are not my mom.
Was Goosey an LSA person?
Right? Yeah, he was.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay, I remember now. Yeah.
Right. You remember those nights that he used to be on her panel for hours talking and stuff, and they were cool, and
Yeah.
then you want to fall out with him, and I'm supposed to fall out with him too?
Yeah.
Oh
No.
hell no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. And then because I didn't do stuff that she wanted, or those other Nimrons wanted, um I heard, oh, it's because he's from Jamaica or he's Jamaican. Oh, it's because she's male identified. Oh, it's because this, and oh, it's because that. Oh, go suck yourself, bitch. They try to find everything. Everything. They try to find everything to be the reason why. And I'm like, girl, bye.
No,
I ain't got time for that shit. They're okay.
well, Carrie,
I've
I had
lit.
a great time. Thank you for having me up on the panel.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you for clicking the link and sharing your views on, our
That was a
topic
good
today.
topic. That was a very good topic.
And I'm hoping I can do another one for the next week. So this is what I'll be doing. I'm going to be
Mhm.
trying to live up to what my intro says, discussions and stuff. And this is
Mhm.
just going to be my little thing over here because
Okay.
I'm not always
You
going
know,
to do
you're
deep
you're the
sexy
only
stuff.
link I be clicking, so yeah,
And
man.
I appreciate it. Okay, girl. I
Okay.
appreciate it. And whenever I'm gonna do karaoke, I'll let you know.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for coming up.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. Have a good night.
Same to you, girl. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I want to thank your true crime bartender and Mr. William for coming up tonight. We've been talking about all sorts of stuff. I enjoy the conversation. We started off by speaking about whether or not a cheating spouse should get a second chance. Um, of course, she says it depends on the situation. So it depends for her. It's a yes. For me, it's a straight no. There are other persons in the chat who also said, no. If somebody cheats on me, it's a no for me. Okay. We also talked about the different things that we could use to see whether or not someone is cheating. We spoke about the phone, the inconsistent expenses, the changes in their schedule. We spoke about all of those things too. Also, for before I go, I'm just gonna say this real quick. If something like this happens, like your spouse cheats on you, your partner cheats on you, there are some questions that you need to ask yourself. To figure out whether or not you're gonna give them another chance. You want to find out, does my partner really care about me? Is this the first time they've ever cheated on me, or is this something they've been doing for a long time? You know, if I forgive them, am I gonna regret it? Is this thing gonna haunt me for the, for the duration of the time we're together? Is my relationship worth saving with this person who just cheated on me? You know, do they understand the type of hurt that they caused me? Um, does your partner actually think that what they did was wrong? Because if they're finding excuses for what they did or trying to say that you're the reason for what happened, that could be something to think of. Did they accept their responsibilities for being unfaithful? So those are some of the things you're going to have to think about before you decide whether or not you want to be with that person. As for me, my stance. There is no coming back from what you did. So for some people who say yes, for those who say yes, they would take the partner back. They're saying yes because, okay, I'm doing it in the interest of my children. You know, it's best if we stay together, and so the children may have two parents, and it'll probably make our relationship stronger. So some people would say yes, I'll take my spouse back if they cheated. Some people would say yes, I'll take them back because it's going to make our connection stronger. It's going to cause a renewed connection. And you know, if we overcome this infidelity together, it's gonna strengthen our bond or whatever, some crap like that, whatever. But some people will see it as a way to have a deeper connection with their spouse because they're gonna work on rebuilding their trust with each other and stuff. So for some people, it's a yes. For some people, they'll be okay with forgiving their partner because for them releasing resentment probably helps them to feel like you know to feel some type of mental clarity, for want of a better term to use. So for them it frees them and rids them of the emotional burden. That's for those who say yes. So they'll have different reasons why they'll think that. um for some people they'll say yes because in their mind it opens the gates for more emotional intimacy. Okay, so now that you went and you cheated with somebody, with another person, what is it that I wasn't giving to you? Let's work on that. So some people see it as a way of heightening their connection. And I don't know, and ensuring that their intimacy, that they work on creating a bond or fortify their bond. So that's for those who say yes. And for the meanies like me, or the straight shooters like me, I am sticking to this whole thing that once a cheater always a cheater. And for me, I'd say no. Cheating is not a mistake, it's a decision. If you went and you decided to go out, like the other user wrote, you cheat 3 times. Whenever you cheat 3 times. One is when somebody makes passes at you, or something happens and you don't shut that shit down early. That's one. When you make moves to go and find the person or to meet up with that person, that's two. And the moment you decide to have sexual relations, that's three. So you cheat, but you're cheating in 3 different ways. So you thought about that shit. And I still stick to once a cheater, always a cheater. You did not make a mistake. You made a decision. That's how I see it. So it's a no for me. Also, for me, it'll make me have like insecurities or negative thoughts. I can't be around you after I've known that you went and touched somebody else or whatever. Stuff like that will eat me apart. So I'm not sticking around for that. And you are not going to make me lose weight. You are not going to make me go crazy. Go somewhere else and do that. Okay? If I forgive you, it may make you feel as if, you're off the hook. And oh, that was easy. And next thing I know, you're doing it next month. The fuck? I'm not sticking around to see what you got going on. No. Mm-mm. So that's a problem right there. Also, for my self respect, for me, It's about self respect for me. I'm respecting myself enough to know that I am not going to allow someone to hurt me, because that means then you'll do it again. And I'm respecting myself enough to walk away. And I'll find, hopefully in time, somebody who actually loves me. Because you cannot love someone and hurt them. Love is not supposed to hurt. You cannot love someone who gives you their heart, their time, their love, and then you trample all over that and step out with somebody else. You did not make a mistake. You made a decision to cheat. So if you're not happy, go where you can be happy. Don't stick around with me. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's a big no for me. You will not be getting a second chance. And that's it. And that's all. Okay. That's it. All right. So that was our first show called Kick Back with Keri. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. I appreciate you for typing in the chat, being a part of the conversation. I appreciate William for coming up. Also, your true crime bartender. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the chat who were a part of the conversation. And I think we'll do this again next week when we have show number 2. We're going to be having another topic, and we'll have that discussion same time. Okay, so that was Keep Back with Keri.
Let me hear what you have to say.
And remember to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. Also, click on that thumbs up. I appreciate that too. I enjoyed everyone. Thank you, Kaki. Thank you, Ronnie Q. Thank you, Sephora. Everybody who was here, Foot Soldier, Sophie, everyone. I appreciate you all. And I will see you sometime next week. Bye. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure it's you. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do this real quick. Let me put it up. Ooh. 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 Okay. Okay. Stay there. Hold on. Don't move. Guys, bye guys. Let me This is not true. Ciao.